Alright, this video is to explain the code that I've already provided for you. First thing I want to point out is that you'll notice the missing right here, that right in this section we're missing some code, and that's code you're going to have to fill in. You got to fill in right down here, and right down here this for loop. So there's 3 spots that you need to come up with code. Now you have this code. I just put pound signs out in front because it was giving me an error when I ran it without the code, or without the other code completed. So I just want to run this and show you what I have completed for you, the code that I have completed for you. So let's hit F5, run, or I can go up here, run, same thing, F5. So what I've completed is I've drawn the oval head, I've drawn a circle for an eyeball, and then for the pupil is inside, it's another circle, and then another oval for the mouth. So what you have to complete is another eye, the pupil, the eyeball I called it, I guess, and then another mouth above this mouth, another oval I should say, and that oval has to be the same color as the background. So here's what it should look like when you're done. Let's run the other code. Here's the completed code. F5. Alright, good. So the other eyeball's drawn, the other oval here is drawn, and then the oval moves down after the eyes move so that it looks more like a smiley face. It's not the best graphics, but that's alright. And let me run it one more time to show you again. Hit F5. Okay, good. So how I made this smiley face is there's a second oval on top of this mouth, drawn a little bit, raised up a little bit higher. So when it starts, notice when it starts, I'll hit F5 one more time. Notice it's a little bit overlapping, so it's kind of a start of a mouth. And then when it comes down, it makes it look more like a smiley face. So let's talk about the code. The first thing is we're drawing the head. So we've got point 1 is 30, x is the 30, and y coordinate is 10. And then point 2, 360 to 450. So it goes from here to here. That's what this oval command is doing. It's saying from point 1 to point 2. So watch what I do over here. I'm going to go ahead and, okay, 20, 40, so right in between there's 30 for the x. That's this 30. Then 10 down for y. Remember, positive y in programming is down. So we go 30, 10. So I'm starting right here, and then I click and I'm going to drag and make my oval all the way down to 360, 450. So where's 360? 20, 40, 60. Follow this line down to 450. So I go all the way down here to 450. Alright, so let's do that. I'll draw this on the screen. I'm going to go to Insert, Shapes. I'll draw an oval. Now you don't have to use, I'm just using Microsoft Word to show you on your graph paper how this works. I'm going to draw something from 30, draw an oval from 30 to 10. So there's 30, 10, click right there. And then I'm going to go all the way over to 360, this line. Follow that line down until I get to 450. So there's 400, 420, 440, right there's 450. So if I let go, that's what your oval would look like on your screen. And that was that background that I have. I'm going to do a right mouse click, change the color real quick, solid fill. Don't worry, you're not going to be doing this. You're not doing it. You can draw with a pencil, figure out your points, and then just roughly draw an oval, and you can draw on your graph paper. That's fine, but you guys don't have to do what I'm doing in Microsoft Word. I'm just showing you in Word on top of the graph so that you can see how the coordinates work. I'm going to make the head, the background of the head, just white, because I think that's what it looks like on our screen. And let's see here. The next thing I want to do is draw the left eye. So now we're going to be using the circle function instead of the oval function. Last time we used oval. And the circle function works like this. It only takes 1 point. So that's this, 0.3. And then it draws a radius. So that's the center of the circle. So 150 and 190. So I go to 150, that's about here. And I come down to 190. Ooh, I need to set this guy to transparent, because I want to be able to see behind it. Let's go way out to about there. There we go, now we can see behind it. And so let's go ahead and draw a circle. Insert shape, I'll grab the oval tool, but I'm going to actually make a circle out of this. So we're going to go from 150, the center of the circle is 150, 190 with a radius of 40. 150, 90 with a radius of 40. 150 is right here. 180, here's 200, so there's 190. That's the center of the eye. And then I want to be able to do a radius of 40, so from here to here is 20, there's 40, 20, 40, I'm making it that size. The problem is the center is supposed to be right here, so I'm going to drag it up, and there's the center of the eye. Right there, 150, 190. Okay, so that's the center of the eye. Then I need to draw the next one, 0.4, which is another circle. That's the eyeball. 150, 190, but this time the radius is only 9. So let's go ahead and draw. But you know, we should change the color of this guy, so that when we draw the next one, it looks a little better. Solid fill. What color are we going to choose? I'll just go with a light gray so we can kind of see through it. And now we're going to make an eyeball. The pupil. I called it eyeball. I just called left eye, then eyeball, left eyeball. So let's go ahead and go this. This one's supposed to be at 150, 190, and a radius of 9. $150, $190. That's the center. Radius of 9 is it's probably about like that. But I need to move it over. Let's get the 4-headed arrow and move this guy. Right there's the center. Oops, not quite. Alright, so the only thing I'm missing now is the oval mouth. So I'm going to quickly draw that. Insert shapes. And it looks like it's drawing from 0.5 to 0.6, which is 80, 280. To 305, 355. So the x coordinate is 80. Let's go to 80. Come down to 280. 280 is right about here. Oops, there's 80. 80, 280, down to 305, 355. Let's see, 300 is right here. So 305 is like right around here. And I come down to, just because the line is 300, that's 320, there's 310, so 305 is back a little bit, but then I need to come down to 355, down, so I'm looking over on the left-hand axis, I'm going, that's 320, 40, 60, so 55 is right about here, just a little bit up, maybe a fourth of the way, right about there. And that's this oval. So then you can copy. So here's what I recommend doing. Is taking this left eye. So when you want to draw this other eye and you want to draw the other mouth, just copy the code. Copy that, paste it right here, and then move your points. Right? Just move all your points over. Okay? Same thing with down here. Copy this guy. Oh, and when you paste it, obviously, you're going to change from 0.3 and 4 to 5 and 6. Uh-oh, but I'm using 5 and 6 down here. Well, then maybe change it to 7 and 8, because I've already used, or you can change these to 7 and 8 if you want. And then change these to 5 and 6. But you want to have different variable names. You copy that and paste it here. Copy this, paste it down here. It might be, let's say if this becomes 7 and 8, then the next one might be 9 and 10. And then you're going to move the starting point and the finish point so that it's up here somewhere. So it goes from up here, drags down to about here somewhere. So the mouth is above it. And then you're going to set fill. See this color? The color is going to be the same as the background. Excuse me, as the head. Set fill for the head. So it'll be that. These numbers are going to be the same as your second mouth color. Because that way it looks like it's invisible. And that's that. And then you've got these move functions that are moving. That's causing the left eyeball and the right eyeball to move. It goes through this for loop 7 times. It starts at 0. And it goes through 7 times the loop. So each time it goes through, it's moving in the X direction, a -4, but in the Y direction, 0. That's why the eyeball moved over here. It moved all the way over to the edge of the eye. And then what's missing is the code that moves it all the way back. And that's what I want you guys to figure out, the code right here. So you can copy, paste, and then figure out what numbers you need to change to make it move back to the right. And then, of course, you've got this code already given to you, which moves it back to the left and brings it back to the center. And then this code down here moves this upper mouth, the second mouth, down to make it look like it's a smiley face. All right, have some fun with it. And that's it for this one.